Hello everyone, this is Darkheart, and this will be my second cast of pro level games. And today I will be casting a match between WhiteRa and NrSkauP, or however his name is pronounced. The map will be Ohana LE. WhiteRa will be spawning as the red Protoss in the top left-hand corner, and NrSkauP will be playing as the blue Terran in the bottom right corner. And fans, I have decided on what I will be doing for the the personal games. I've decided to omit those at the moment since I already know what happens, and I'm the one that played those. So what I've decided is that I'll be casting mainly just pro level games until I feel like I should be casting my own games. So on the calendar video, I will be only uploading the cast. I will be uploading caster videos whenever it says personal game. Okay, and as we get into the game here, the players seem to be just a standard opening, especially for Terran, but WhiteRa chooses to instead go Gateway or Forge first. He decides to go for Nexus first, and these two workers will seem to just miss each other. However, NrSkauP was able to see the probe before it went out of the radius of the zone on the watchtower. Now, NrSkauP is able to go look. I'll have a free tour throughout WhiteRa's base because WhiteRa has no defenses. However, the probe down here got killed off before spotting anything. WhiteRa could only, well, it couldn't even see if anything was up here, so he does not know what the Terran player has. He only knows that the Terran player has a few Marines. And the Terran player decides to go for a command center after killing off WhiteRa's initial scouting probe. And WhiteRa is already has his gateway up, building another gateway, and also we should work with technology. Strangely enough, our Terran player is building another command center. He may be going for a third expansion, or he may just be building an orbital command so that he can get the extra energy. And our Terran player is also going double gas with an additional 2 barracks. So we should be seeing some upgrades for these Marines very soon. And good micro from the Terran player will save all of these Marines with only 2 taking damage, with both of WhiteRa's zealots taking damage, which is a good situation for damage. WhiteRa is going to have a stalker here to take control of this watchtower. The Terran player is going to see if WhiteRa has a third base, just in case WhiteRa decided to go for a heavy macro build. And still, warping technology is not complete, so WhiteRa has these idle gateways with only 1 producing units. WhiteRa is building a robotics facility to go since he knows the Terran player has Marines, WhiteRa may be going Colossi to take these out. And as always, Protoss always seems to be wanting to get out the Observer to scout the opponent's base. Now, WhiteRa now has a double expansion, or double gas on his natural. And he's deciding to take down the destructible rocks just in case he decides to expand to this location. And NrSkauP decides to go for some bunkers so that WhiteRa will have some difficulty busting up this ramp or busting up behind here. And NrSkauP is building a starport, well, another starport, so he will most likely be going for a lot of medevacs to heal this Marine army, and he's already researching stim pack. And also our Terran players also getting the 1-1 upgrades for infantry. So we could be seeing Marauders soon in this mix as well. Does the Terran player know? Yes, he does know that WhiteRa is building a robotics base, so we may be seeing Stalkers out, or no, not Stalkers, Vikings, to deal with the Colossi threat. And WhiteRa's now just beginning his armor upgrade, so he will be behind in the upgrades. But now the Observer is able to spot everything, able to see the crazy macro our Terran player is doing. And the Terran player decides to go for starports with 2 reactors, and there you can see he's pumping out Vikings to deal with the Colossi. WhiteRa has decided to take his 3rd so that he can be ahead in economy, and we could see a little push here by WhiteRa. No, looks like he's going to retreat. And now the Terran player is getting both combat shield and concussive shells to beef up his Terran army. And here we see these infantry going to try to take down the Stalker. However, the Stalker manages to stay alive with only 6 HP. Ooh, and we have High Templar by WhiteRa, and WhiteRa's researching Storm as well. So this will be, so we could be seeing a lot of Storms go down on this Terran army. This probe is going to be able to scout that the Terran player will be taking a 3rd expansion, and this factory will be able to scout that WhiteRa already has an expansion at maybe 50% capacity. Well, at most 50%. And WhiteRa's armor has completed, so now he's decided to go for the +1 attack. But our Terran players have decided to go for the 2-2 upgrade for the infantry. Now WhiteRa has a total of 9, about to have a total of 9 gateways to where he can warp in units much faster. And as you can see, we have a proxy pylon here, and we have a massive amount of charge lots to deal with the Terran. And these units are going to, oh, they did not, I thought they were going to clean up. Oh, well, I guess they are. But here are the Colossi. Here comes the forces with the High Templar, and these Zealots are going to easily, oh, and there goes a Storm to take out that small batch. Storms go everywhere, and here comes the Terran player up behind stemming, going to take down the Colossi fairly easily with those Vikings. And these High Templar go off one last storm. Well, and now they're morphing into an Archon, and these Marines are greatly destroying this Archon. This Archon only has 28 HP, and this Protoss force is going to get cleaned up. Now, WhiteRa is starting the 2-2 upgrades for ground forces, and NrSkauP is starting the Air Attack 1 upgrade. Now this base is almost, well, close, maybe 75% saturated. Now we can see more Colossi being produced by WhiteRa, even though our Terran player does have Vikings on the field, and I don't know if you caught that, but that was a lot of chrono boosts on these warp gates. Now WhiteRa decides to leave these Colossi here and wait till after most of these units are gone, and it looks like this force has sustained some heavy damage. Like, most of the ships are in the red, so these units can be easily taken out. Now WhiteRa decides not to chase, considering all these units that are up here, but he decides to attack the third base. And WhiteRa decided to take his fourth, so that he can even get an even higher income. And now he's decided to add 5 more gateways into the mix. And this factory's up here just chilling out, not doing anything. And we have a battle down here where it seems like, oh, there goes a storm that deals massive damage to the Terran army, but looks like the Terran army will easily clean this up. Yeah, I'm just have a lone High Templar chilling out here. See what our Terran player is doing. He is just focused on producing units right now, not worried about any upgrades. Oh, and here comes the dead High Templar. And this orbital command is going to try earning some resources from itself. And we have a lot of zealots here, Colossi and High Templar, that could easily take out this force. And WhiteRa is beginning his 3-3 upgrades. Now these are a lot of medevacs. However, these charge lots are so good, and storms are very good. Oh, this orbital command's in the red. I don't think it will make it. Will it be able to make it? Oh. If WhiteRa's not careful, this missile turret will take down this Colossi. Oh, and it's destroyed. And 27 HP. But it will be destroyed after it takes out a few SCVs. Now here we see a lot of stalkers that have been moved in to deal with this force. Here come a lot more stalkers and High Templar. And this may be all of the Terran's forces. And this is one-sided with 114 supply to 54. It's obvious that WhiteRa will win. And there's the HH in this instance. Our NrSkauP must have misclicked. Instead of putting GG, put HH. So I hope you all guys enjoy this, and I hope to see you guys in the near future.